good, YouTube? We back at it again. What's good, Kid Gang? And today is part 2 of the story time from last week. So, I think we left off at the first time we linked. And honestly, I'm gonna just fast forward. So basically, the first time we linked, that happened like 8 more times. Mind you, I was working at this time. And honestly, I kind of feel bad because looking back on it, all I did was really hit, quit. I bought her like food sometimes, but other than that, I didn't post her. I didn't text her afterwards. I would leave her on delivery right after that, like for like 3 days until she wanted it again.
My nigga.
So this goes on for about I want to say like a couple months. Yeah, a couple months. November, December, and I cut her off on Christmas Day. So fast forward to the last time we gonna see each other, because with 5-2, it was not. She had told me like a couple times after. I know a couple times before. What's it called? She's not originally from Vegas. She was from Oklahoma. So she told me she was only out here with her aunt until school started, or not till school started, till after Christmas break, and then she was going back home. And I remember like the 3rd time we had linked up, with the fourth time I had I guess I busted her cherry. I don't know. I did something to where like that never happened before, and I was scared because I'm like, it's blood. So I'm thinking I like hit something to where like she's gonna be bleeding and it's gonna like leak out of.
Is this nigga serious?
But I didn't know it was a cherry, and I knew she wasn't a virgin at first. Like I knew she wasn't. She had messed with other dudes. So after that day, she had told me I did like. I guess I was the first one to, you know, make the water part go off, you feel me? So she had told me that, and like I started like noticing that like she started to fall in love with me, like emotionally, physically, all that. So I remember, I think, yeah, after I walked her home, I used to walk her home and then wait for my mom to come get me from the park. So I had walked her home. It was like the first time I walked her home from her to her aunt's house, and I remember she hugged me like really tight, and she was like, "All right, don't forget about me. We're gonna do this next weekend," because I think that was like the second to last time I was gonna see her. So that night she texted me, because mind you, after we would link, I wouldn't text her for like a few days because I didn't want her to get emotionally attached, and I had like 8 other girls on the side. Like, she was not the only one, but she was the only one I was linking with. So she had texted me. She was like, I think I want to go farther with you. Like, I want a relationship. And I'm like, didn't you just tell me you was gonna go back to your hometown and Vegas wasn't the place for you? She's like, well, I'll stay out here if it means we could be together. I'm like, nah, not only that, I don't know your real age. I don't know much about you, and I'm kind of just used to hitting and quitting and getting up out of there. I didn't tell her that, but I was like, nah, I don't want a relationship right now. Like, relationships is dead to me. And like, I could tell like that hurt her from the way, like, you could tell when something is off in text messages. I don't know if I'm the only one, but yeah, it was kind of off after that. She was texting dry, so I didn't text her for a couple days. So fast forward to the second to last time we seen each other. After we did our little thug dizzle, we were sitting down on like the little benches by the bathroom, and we was just like chilling, talking. It was like kind of awkward. We were both on our phones, and she was like, I think this is when I don't know when exactly TikTok took off, but TikTok was popping at this time, and she had a TikTok and she was trying to do a dance or whatever. So, you know me, I'm chilling. She just starts recording, and she posted it on her story, and the girl I was messing with seen it because the girl I was messing with, they know each other. They was in the same state. The other girl's in Oklahoma. She's like, how do you know 5'2"? I'm like, oh, we just be hanging out. Like, I lied my ass. I lied so quick. Like, I don't know. I could lie quick. So fast forward to that, she had posted me, and apparently everybody thought we was dating or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, as long as nobody on my snap sees it, I'm straight. So fast forward to the last time. I remember the last time, like at this point, she was emotionally attached to me. Like, I was in that every other weekend, and I don't know. Afterwards, we didn't go as long as we usually do. I think maybe like 20 minutes. She's like, this is off. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. But deep inside, I was sad because this was the last time I was gonna see this girl. Like, we had planned to see each other right before Christmas break, but I knew, like, with all my family stuff and how her family rolled, like, that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm taking her home, and she's kind of like just upset. Like, she getting ready to cry. And then she's like, you know what? You can walk me like halfway home, and I'll walk home the rest. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she's like, just go, just go. I'm like, what? Okay. So I'm starting to walk the opposite way from where I usually walk to her aunt. And like, I'm walking off, and I turn around, and I kind of just see her like break down. Like, she goes behind the thing and just sits on the floor, and she starts crying. I'm like, look, it's okay. Like, we don't gotta do this here. I don't want it to end like this. She's like, I love you. Like, I don't want this to end. I'm like, well, I don't love you, but I mean, whatever makes your bucket of tea better. Like, I'm like, fine. I'll go. Let me walk you home. I'll buy you ice cream. Cause like ice cream cheers everybody up. So we walked to the little thrift store by Craig Ranch. I bought her an ice cream sandwich, and mind you, this is when the PS4 had just came out. So, I mean the PS5. So I was in there having a conversation with the dudes that was at the counter. They're like, oh yeah, bro, wait till February, wait till March to get it, cause every PS5 coming out right now is like, I don't know what they said, but they said like they used to break down, like they would malfunction or whatever. So I'm doing that. I buy the ice cream for her, I take her home, and like, I don't know, I started listening to Polo G a lot back then, so I think like once we hug and we said our goodbyes, knowing this was probably it, like, I ain't gonna lie, like once she left and I figured like it structured in my mind I was probably never gonna see her again, I low-key was sad, bro. Like, I was in my feels for like a good week or two. So fast forward to Christmas. I don't know, she was just acting strange. I know I said Merry Christmas to her. She said it back, and then we got on the phone because I knew something was wrong with her. And like, she started catching this attitude. I'm like, bro, like, I got my nieces with me. Like, they think of me as a role model, and you trying to act out right now? Like, I won't cuss your ass out. Like, what's good with you? She's like, whatever. She's like, I never needed you. I don't need you in my life. All this stuff. Like, she's just saying nonsense at this point. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I hung up the phone. And I posted something that related. Like, I wasn't calling her out, but it was related to what we were talking about. I'm like, I don't know. She reacted to that, and then there was this whole back and forth thing going on. And then one of my exes, I guess, had seen it or whatever, seen it on my story, looked her up, because her account wasn't private, it was public. So everybody was blown. Mind you, I had work the next day. I had work, I think the weekend right after Christmas. So I went to sleep. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I went to sleep. I woke up to, what are we gonna call this girl? I'm gonna call her Shortstack. Shortstack is my ex. 5'2" is the girl I'm messing with. So Shortstack hits me up. She sent me a long paragraph. Mind you, me and Shortstack haven't talked since early 2019, like right before 2020 happened, because we were dating at the time, but we had split like right before or after her birthday's in December. So we split, and like I went the whole school year not even talking to her like that. So shortstack, I'm surprised shortstack even said anything, but then again, like this is when I realized like me and shortstack, even if like we don't talk for a long time, we don't communicate or nothing, she gonna have my back. And that's when I finally realized that. So me and shout out to shortstack, she know who she is. But yeah, I'm basically beefing with this girl. Well, not really beefing, but it's back and forth the whole day. And then I'm at work and I'm texting shortstack, and she started talking about other stuff. So yeah. And then this girl, she basically was like, oh, I could get the cops on you and all this and that. And then it ended up escalating to where I was like, you know what, I'm low-key scared. Just tell my mom about the situation, what everything happened. And yeah, so that's that. I've been actually meaning to tell these two separate stories when it happened, but I needed the thing to cool down, like the whole situation to cool down. And then 5'2", she ended up hitting me up like April, trying to be cool with me. So we was cool for a little bit. Then she got her little boyfriend, started acting weird, and I got in a relationship. So I don't know. It was good with that. But yeah, no bad blood between me and 5'2", like it's whatever. But I hope y'all enjoyed this story. This story is kind of long, but hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. K-Gang, I'm out.